Hi, I'm Nina G, and welcome to another chair yoga video. We continue our study of light this week, even as we're moving into the darkness of the winter solstice. Last week, we brought the light within us. This week, we begin to stoke those flames, make the fire brighter so that we can share that warmth with others. If you have a strap or a long scarf, grab that today, and I'll see you on your chair. We'll get started as we always do, sitting on our chair with something underneath our feet to connect us to the earth. So we want to sit all the way back. We want to bring our feet to the floor or the support. And let's bring our palms down. I would invite you to close your eyes and come into the darkness. And just arrive here on your chair, noticing your breath. And before we go any farther with the breath, take a moment to notice how your body feels. And this is the body that you come to yoga with today. So it's the right one. Notice how it feels and just notice anything that we need to be specially aware of. And then return to your breath. Bring your attention right to the tip of your nose and notice the air coming into and then leaving the body. Notice the temperature. That cool air, the air of the environment around me coming in. And then as it leaves the body, it's more body temperature, like 98 degrees. And then allow your awareness to move up into the nostrils, into the sinus cavity, and just notice the breath there. And then we'll leave the head and come down into the shoulders and collarbones. And notice the sensation of the breath at the collarbones. Notice how that inhale lifts the collarbones, and the exhale allows them to soften. And as we continue down the body, bring your awareness now to the ribs on the front of the body. And notice how the breath lifts them and lowers them. Just return your attention to the breath and notice if we can do anything to even it out or lengthen it anymore. And then we're going to turn those palms up in the lap. And as we inhale, we'll imagine we're filling up a balloon and just letting those fingers expand. And the exhale will let them contract. Letting the breath move the fingers. And then we'll take our right palm to heart center. We'll put the left palm on top of that. And we'll set an intention for this practice. It might be the word light. It might be the word breath. Or anything else that's important to you today. And then gently release those hands back down to the lap. We're going to move that support so it's out of the way, and we're going to move the body to the edge of the chair. So my sitting bones are on the chair, my feet are on the floor. I can bring my hands to my lap, palms down. And let's do a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, filling up, coming to that arch in the back. And as we exhale, we tuck the tail round the spine and drop the chin. But really pay attention to the breath causing this movement to happen. The inhale begins, and then we start to come into that back bend. Chin lifts. The exhale begins, and we start to round the spine, coming into our cat. Let's do one more like that. And then just return to that nice, tall, neutral spine, shoulders down from the ears. Pause and take a moment to notice how that feels. Now let's reach our arms forward, palms up. Let the thumbs go out to the side, shoulders are down. Let's take an inhale here, and as we exhale, just float those fingertips down to the shoulders. Now this time when we inhale, we're going to take the elbows wide, lift the eyes, lift the chin, and as we exhale, everything comes back to neutral. So think about the inhale lifting, exhale softening. A little bit of a back bend in that upper back. The next time that those elbows are wide, let's keep the elbows wide, keep that gaze up, continue to breathe. Let the shoulders soften on that exhale. And you may find that there's a little bit of movement with the breath. And then we'll straighten out the crown of the head, reach the elbows forward, extend the arms forward, soften those shoulders, bring the hands back down to the lap. And just pause and notice how that feels. Now we're going to stack the palms one on top of the other at the belly. If you don't want to rest them on the belly, you can just kind of hover them there. And this time the inhale is going to take us into like a hitchhiking thumb thing. So as we do that, as we come back, the shoulder blades are going to come together and down the back. And those thumbs reach back, elbows are into the rib cage. And then the exhale is going to bring us back. As we come back each time, perhaps we can change which palm is on the bottom. Think about it. There's a lot going on in this. Our feet are connected to the earth. Our sitting bones are connected to the chair. We've got our palms stacked. We inhale, come to hitchhiking. Lift the chin. Feel how this back bend's a little different than the previous one. And the exhale takes us back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now this next one, let's stay in that back bend, reaching the thumbs back, breathing here, noticing the rise and fall of the collarbones, of the shoulder blades. And then we straighten out the spine, bring those hands back to neutral and down to the lap. And let's take a few shoulder rolls here just to release any tension we may have added to those shoulders. Okay, for this next sequence, we're going to slide over to the side. So let's slide to one side. I've got my right sitting bone on the chair. Actually, part of my right thigh is there too. And my left foot is reaching behind me. My toes are curled under, like I'm in a lunge. If I were standing, this would be a lunge. My right hand can just rest on the chair. I can hold onto the chair, I can rest it on the chair. And then as I inhale, I'm going to take that left hand up and over. Side body stretch. Exhale, float it down. I'm going to move my chair over a little bit just so I can still be in the frame. Inhale. And exhale. Do it again. Find that side body stretch. You can push back through that back heel, feeling that stretch in more than the ribs, actually going down into that space between the ribs and the hips, maybe into the hips. Last one. Let's stay here. Soften the elbow and the shoulder on the exhale, and then inhale, reach through the fingers. Next inhale, we reach, and then very gently float it back down. Bring the foot forward. Slide your body so that you're in the middle of the chair. Take a breath. And now we'll do the other side. So I'm actually going to turn my chair so that you can see me. We sit on the chair, we slide over so that that left part of the left thigh bone is there. The right leg reaches behind me so I can keep my knee bent, but my toes are curled under. This hand, my left hand, can rest on the chair, can rest on my lap, anywhere I want. And then I inhale, take that right arm up and over. And the exhale brings it back. So think about it's the breath that's lifting this. Yes, we know there's muscles involved in the arm. Let's just think it's the breath that's doing this. And the next time that arm is up, we're going to keep it up. We're going to continue to breathe though. So let the inhale lift it. Exhale, soften the elbow. So this stretch is happening from that back knee to the hip, to the armpit, up into the fingertips. Reach up. Float that arm all the way back down. Bring that foot in, leg in. Slide your body so that you're in the middle of the chair. And just pause and take a breath to notice how that feels. And now we're just going to do a very gentle twist. So let's take our left hand, bring it to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand can rest wherever it feels good. And let's just keep the head neutral in the center of the collarbones. Breathing here. Notice what the breath moves in this twist. On your next inhale, let's untwist. Let's lift those arms up gently. Let the inhale lift them. Exhale, just bring them right back down to your lap. And now we'll take that right hand to the outside of the left thigh, bringing the left hand somewhere to the side of you. Sit up tall on that inhale. Let the head and neck be neutral to the collarbones. Breathe here. It's those same even breaths that we started with. And then on our next exhale, we'll float those arms up and come back to center. Stay here for an inhale and an exhale. And let's make our way to standing. So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to move my chair out of the frame, or out of the main part of the frame, and make sure that you clear your workspace, right? I don't want anybody tripping on stuff. So I've moved that out of the way. If you want the chair in front of you, please bring it in front of you, and you can always use it for that fingertip control. We'll come to our mountain pose with our feet straight ahead, and we're going to come into that moving mountain pose where we lift up onto the toes. So let's try that. Let's try that with both arms out to a T. So as we inhale, think about the breath, lifting the arms, lifting the heels. Exhale, lower with control, heels and arms. Let's try that again. Inhale, take it up. And exhale, lower. One more, just like that. And lower. And pause for a moment. Notice what that feels like. Now, this next round, we're going to take the right arm all the way up. Left arm will just hang at the shoulder. So as we inhale, the breath lifts the arms, lift the heels, and it takes that right arm all the way up. Exhale, we take it all the way back down. Heels land, arms come down. This time the left arm goes up. And we lower. Now, whenever I practice this sequence, and I really do like this sequence, it takes a few rounds to figure out balance and figure out that the core is doing some work too. So take your time. Let's just do a few like this so that we know where we are in space and what it feels like to lift and lower our body here. Let the breath lift you. Now this next round, let's take both arms up. Both arms, both heels. Let's come all the way up. And lower everything all the way back down. This next round, take both arms up, stay up. So inhale, take it up. Let the inhale lift you. Stay up on your toes. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Maybe the heels go down a little bit. Inhale, reach through fingertips. Let the exhale soften you. One more, lift. And as we exhale with control, we lower the arms. We lower the heels. Pause for a moment. If you need to wiggle and jiggle, go ahead. And then we're going to use our chair in front of us. So I'm just going to bring this into the frame now. We're going to use our chair for our Warrior One. So finding your Warrior One, let's step back with the left foot. Right foot is forward. My hips are level and square, and there's room for my feet, room for my hips. Warrior One. Let's reach the arms forward now, and you decide if your hand, one or both hands are there. Reach them forward, palms are up, thumbs are out. Let's take an inhale, and as we exhale, bring those fingertips right to the shoulders. And we're going to come to those angel wings again. So the inhale opens elbows wide, lift chin, lift chest. And exhale, come forward. Let's do it again. Open wide. And return. Crown of the head goes to the ceiling. This next time that we open, let the elbows stay wide. Stay here. Breathe. On the exhales, can we soften the shoulders more? Where do you feel the breath moving you? Now we'll release the elbows forward. Let the crown of the head go to the ceiling. Reach the arms forward. Palms are up. Bring the hands down to your chair. Step forward. Pause here for a moment. Notice how things feel. Notice how that back leg feels. It was doing a lot of work. So now we're going to take the other leg back. We step back with the right leg. Left foot is forward, the knee is bent. We're in our classic Warrior One stance. And this time we stack the palms at the belly. And we're going to do that hitchhiking move that we did seated. When you're ready, inhale, open into hitchhiker. Find that back bend. Exhale, return, maybe different palm on top. Inhale. And exhale. Now, you may see that my knee is moving a little bit too. Lots of stuff happening in this pose. The breath is moving me. Stay here in this hitchhiker pose. Let the thumbs reach back. Let the heart and the chin reach up. Breathe and notice where you feel sensation. And then we'll bring the palms back to the belly, crown of head back to the ceiling. Bring the hands to the chair. Step to the chair. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. Okay. We're going to move into Warrior Two now, wide stance. So let's take our wide stance. We'll turn our right toes to the right. Our left toes are in slightly. Now that chair can be right in front of you here if you need it. So let's just find our foundation first. Shoulders are over the hips. And then we're going to take care of our back arm. So that back arm might come to the chair or it might reach behind you. And then we find our front arm. And we turn and look over that front middle finger. Here we let the breath lift us and lower us. So that front knee is straightening and bending. Now it doesn't have to do that a lot, right? It's not a big Get real straight, bend real deep. These are just very subtle movements. Next time that you're in that warrior two with that bent knee, stay right here. And imagine you're bobbing up and down on the water, and that breath, it lifts those collarbones, it lowers. It might lift the leg a little and lower. But there's a lot of movement even in this stillness. And on your next exhale, we'll float the arms down, straighten the leg. Let's turn the toes straight ahead. Let's bring our feet together for a moment. Just do a pause and notice. And then we'll go in the other direction. So wide stance. Left toes are that way. Right toes are in slightly. Drop the arms down. We'll take the back arm back first. It's either on the chair or it's reaching behind you. And then we take the front arm and place it. So here we go in our warrior two. Are the shoulders over the hips or are we here? Yeah, even that out. And now, breathe. So the inhale might lift us a bit. That knee straightens. Exhale, warrior two. You might even find that the arms lift and lower a little bit. Next time you're in warrior two, stay there. And feel that sensation of just floating on top of the water, bobbing on the water. And then we float the arms down, we straighten the leg, turn the toes straight ahead. Let's bring our feet closer together. Take a breath in and a breath out. And notice how you feel. So for this next sequence, we want to use our strap. And this is an 8-foot strap, but I have folded it in half. We did this same sequence last week, and we had the bind behind our back, we had our hands on our hips real close. This week we're going to take a much wider grip. So let's take that wide strap or scarf, whatever you have, a towel, a long towel would work too. We're going to bring it behind our back. My palms are forward, and I'm just grasping this strap with my knuckles on the bottom. So lift it off your hips, do a little side to side, just so you know where the strap is in relation to your body. So let the shoulders come down from the ears. Stand up tall. Inhale. Exhale, lean to the left. And you see my right arm kind of lifts here. Side body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. It might just be an inch or two, but we lift that strap up off the hips. Come on back to center. Inhale. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale, knuckles down, chest and chin up. Exhale, return. Now let's soften the arms. Let's shake things out. And we're going to do that sequence 2 times in a row. So when you're ready, find where your arms need to be on your strap. I'm going to hold these D-rings so they don't bang on anything. Inhale, get tall. Let the breath lift you. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, soften your shoulders. Inhale, knuckles down, chin and chest lift. Exhale, return. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge forward. Let your inhale bring you back up. Exhale, soften the shoulders down. Inhale, chin and chest up. Exhale, return. Now soften the grip. You can let go of that strap and just pause and notice how your body feels. Throw that out of the way. Now let's come to a little balancing pose now. Bringing our palms to heart center, our feet are in mountain pose. Let's shift the weight into the left leg, bend the right knee, and open that thigh out to the side to come to your tree pose today, wherever it is. Whether the toes are on the ground like a kickstand or the foot is on the shin. And once you've found this pose, and know that you can use that wall behind you for support if you need to, you may decide to add branches. Now today, let's let these branches be soft. And then we bring the breath. So the inhale might lift the branches a little bit. Exhale, soften. Feel that lift with each inhale and that release with each exhale. On your next exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. Release the knee forward. Step out of the pose. Maybe make some wiggles and some jiggles. And then we'll do the other side, palms at heart. Weight goes into the right leg, bend the left knee, and open it out to the side. So that thigh opens out to the side, we plant the foot, whether it's on the ankle or slid up, it doesn't matter. Still a balance pose. Hands at heart. And we just try and find the ease here. Look at something on the floor that's not moving. Find your balance. And then once you've done that, you may decide to add these nice soft branches. And think about the breath as just the wind in the trees. Last one. Bring those hands back to heart. Release the knee forward. Step out of the pose. Wiggle, jiggle. Move around. And then we're going to make our way back to our chair. Actually, let's make our way to the seat of the chair. So let's turn around and look at the seat of the chair, just to even everything out. We're going to take a wide stance. I'm just going to back up so you can see me a little bit better. A wide stance. My feet are wider than my hips. My chair's right in the middle here. Let's take an inhale. Let's get long. And as we exhale, let's come down, both hands on the chair, the seat of the chair. Now I have long legs. I've got long arms. I've got a long spine. Back of the neck is long. Let's let this be our inhale. As we exhale, soften the knees a little bit. Soften the arms. You can round the chin down. And then inhale, extend. Let the breath lift you. Exhale, soften. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Let's soften into the knees. Bring one hand to each thigh. Push into the feet. And come all the way back up. Let's bring our legs together. Let's turn the chair around and let's sit down in our chair. Bringing that support to the floor. Feet are on that support and we'll sit all the way back in our chair. Let's turn the palms down. Now let's turn the palms up. And just take a moment here. I would invite you to close your eyes and come back into the darkness. But notice how your body feels right now. And bring your attention to that light in the center, that heat that we've been creating, that fire that we've been stoking throughout this practice. Let that light continue to get stronger. And then share that warmth, that light, that heat with everyone that you love. Just imagine yourself sending it out to them. And then share that light, that heat, that warmth with anyone who may be suffering. Send that light to them. And then know that there's that light that resides within you that is not diminished when we share it, so it's still there. We'll bring the right palm to heart center. We'll put the left palm on top of that. We'll recall the intention that we set at the beginning of our class. And then we'll gently blink open those eyes. Reach the hands down. Let's scooch forward. Put the feet back onto the floor. One last time. Let's let the arms lift us just a little bit. The breath and lift the arms. Exhale, bring those palms together in front of heart center. Tuck your chin and thank yourself for taking time to practice yoga today. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. It's an honor to be here with you. Stay well, my friends. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.